Listen to that tick. We arrange our entire lives around it. But for physicists, that steady forward march of the second hand remains one of the greatest headaches in science. The clock feels like a rigid law of nature, but it functions as a persistent illusion. The A model offers a theoretical framework that discards our basic assumptions about how time works. This framework approaches time as an emergent byproduct of deeper physics, rather than a fundamental entity. According to this math, time functions as a symptom. What we perceive as seconds passing is the macroscopic result of invisible geometric structures turning in space. To picture how this works, we can look at reality as a set of Russian nested dolls. The outermost doll, the one we see every day, carries the painted face of a clock. Understanding what actually drives the hands of that clock requires looking past the surface. We must open the outer doll and descend into the mathematics of reality. Opening the clock reveals the first inner layer, the A field. Here, existence consists of a continuous, fluid medium of pure vibrational waves. This field of coupling energy shapes these vibrations. The bell-shaped peak of the plot identifies exactly where these oscillations can naturally occur and interact with one another. These waves appear to vibrate along a line, but shifting our perspective 90 degrees reveals a continuous circular rotation in higher dimensional space. Euler's identity provides the proof, demonstrating this vibration is actually a circle turning in phase space. This base vibrational layer consists of continuous cyclical rotation. At this scale, the forward-moving arrow of time has yet to appear. While a 2D circle explains basic waves, tracking a 3-dimensional universe requires a more sophisticated tool. We must open the next doll to find the math that governs 3D space. That tool is the quaternion. Functioning as a mathematical gyroscope, it tracks the exact orientation of a sphere in 3D space. The equation uses 4 coordinates, A, B, C, and D, tracking the field's internal rotations with total geometric precision. The universe maintains its organization through these complex 3D orientations. By tracking the way these fields rotate and align, the system coordinates itself without needing an external clock. The final inner doll reveals reality as nested quaternions, spheres rotating within spheres, layered from the macroscopic scale down to the Planck length. As these nested structures rotate together, their relative phases naturally shift. Because they are interconnected, this movement creates a measurable mathematical drag between the layers. This drag is phase entropy. It's the friction generated as these nested, rotating vibrations fall out of perfect synchronization. This friction defines the experience of duration. The quaternionic time integral calculates this rotational disorder, using the variable tau to represent the result. The forward arrow of time is the macroscopic measurement of how much these invisible nested dolls have rotated and misaligned. At the absolute center of the Russian dolls, there is only geometry and phase rotation. This changes how we define a human life. Instead of being a passenger moving down a pre-existing river of time, our existence is tied to the state of these vibrational cycles. Consciousness and physical matter are both constructed entirely from these localized nested rotations. Our bodies and our thoughts are specific configurations of the field. Human beings do not move through time. Our internal physical cycles and the entropy they generate create the very phenomenon we call time. Now we can assemble the dolls back together, moving past the math and back into the everyday world. The clock doll clicks shut, and the second hand moves forward, a simple surface pattern hiding the complex rotations spinning within.